everyone, so it's Alex here. Going to be coming at you with a core workout today, so that one, core strength, stability. Part one is just going to be equal time working as we're resting, so one-to-one work rest in some holding positions, so really building on that core stability and strength. And the next part we're going to come into will be a bit more higher intensity, still working for time, so you can stick with me. And it's going to be just more movements and really challenge us up through there. So positions we're going to come through at the start. We're going to have our plank. So a few options. I personally prefer straight arm plank, but you can go with your forearms if you want, or you can go straight arms, I prefer it, or you can go for a gymnastics plank, where you extend your toes, push those down, bring your shoulders over your hands, and really push through the floor there. Key point, rib cage, you want to pull towards hip bone, doing that. So like think you're sat at your desk with that bad posture, punching over, pulling the rib cage towards hip bone is what we're looking for. So that's going to be your first movement. Then we're going to go through a hollow hold. There are a few variations here. Position one, should be like here. Lower back stays on the ground, that's the key. Then we're going to come into, this is the second hardest variation. Third hardest is one leg. V hard is both legs. And then we're going to do side planks, really put one foot from the other. So pushing through your arm, pushing through your top arm, and hips straight then up a bit. So you've got a little side curve here. I like to imagine a rope on my hips, pulling me up to the sky. That one will alternate right arm, take a rest, left arm, right, left, right, left, right, left. I'm going to be using my phone for a timer, so you should hear that as we go. If you want to find a timer, just look up Tabata timer on the App Store, you'll get some great apps there. So, first one with the plank is going to be 5 rounds, 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So short times, you may think that's not that long, squeeze as hard as you can, really make it hard you can. The harder you squeeze, the harder it becomes. This should be difficult for everyone. Make sure you're rounding the lower back, not letting it extend. So, when you're going, we'll have a 5-second countdown. So, 2, 1, go. Pulling those ribs down, squeeze bottom as well, lock your legs out, push the floor away. Tight tension through your whole body. That's it. So, we'll be going for a bit of a rest now, and then we'll go for the next one. Same movement, same time again. Find that easy, make it a bit harder. 2, 1, go. So we're going for the gymnastics plank. This one's very hard. So we'll see how many rounds I go for that, but it's just to give you an idea of how it looks. Legs straight, pushing through your arms. 3, 2, 1. Feet cramp happen in that one. It's not the right position, so yeah, if you do get that door, it's normal. If I go into bridges with my feet, then I definitely get it. So, see whichever you like the best. Off you go. Make sure you're squeezing through the abs as much as you can. Squeeze your bottom, lock your legs out, don't relax the arms, push the floor away. Relax there. So try and make it as hard as you can for the time. If you're getting through it and you're like, okay, a bit more than I could chew, and it's too hard to begin with, just scale it back. Perfectly fine there, even if you don't go the full length of time. Off you go. Show intensity of your whole body. If you do need to take a rest before the end of the 15, by all means, you do you. 3, 2, 1, down. Good news is we've got one more to go. The bad news is we've got one more to go. So, you're ready to go. This last one, make it as hard as you can. If you want, you can just hold it as long as you can, but you don't have to. Off you go. So on all of these, you can hold the last one longer if you want. Side planks, probably no need, because you have to do both sides and that's too much, in my opinion. There we go. So, plank's done. Take a second, grab a drink if you need it, towel your face if you also need to. We're going to go into the hollow body. Like I say, you want there to be no gap between the floor and your back. If there is, you're going to feel it in your back, and that is not where we want to feel the plank, no, the hollow body, or plank. So make sure you are again rounding that spine like we were in plank just then. So it's going to be the same work rest as well as I just did. You may want to, this was quite easy to think, oh round one, that's not too hard. By round two, you're like, the option I used in round one is now too hard. Scale it back. Those variations give you at the start. I'll go through them as we go also. So, I'm going to go in 5 seconds. This will be your first level. Hands over your shoulders. Raising, try to almost push your hands up to the sky as much as you can. Get your shoulders off the floor as much as you can. Toes pointing towards the floor. Relax there. So you can stick at that one if you find that a bit too easy. We're going to extend the arms behind your head. Keep the lower back pressed into the floor though. That is key. So now I'm going to make range at the shoulders. So my torso did not move at all there, it was all movement at the shoulders. Make sure my lower back stays into the ground. Relax there. Next one we'll show you, again if that's too easy, you can stretch one leg out. And then that's going to just make half the way my lower body, so it's a bit of scaling there. Pushing through that toe on this leg, reaching overhead as well. Keep that knee locked out, try to squeeze your ribs as close to your hip bone as you can. So the only other more challenging variation I have is with both legs out, which is very hard. So try it if you want to. Some give it a shot, but if you find your better level, go for that. So now, if you go, this can make 15 seconds feel like 15 hours because it's very challenging. Push through your toes, push through your arms, pull your rib cage down so your shoulders raise up off the floor. Talking almost distracts myself from it. So, we've got one more round to go. Go for it whichever one you want, or again, just try and hold it as long as you can at the end if you want. Try and get, if you're in this variation, your toes as far away from your hands as you can. Just try to keep tension as much as possible. I did not want to hold that any longer than the time given. So, this next one, we're going to slightly change the rest period. 10 seconds, we'll do 15 seconds on your right arm, 10 seconds to changeover, 15 seconds on the left arm. So if you're working with a timer as well, you can change that to 8 rounds. This will be 4 rounds on each side. So you can do this on your forearm. For me personally, for some reason, it makes my shoulder feel more uncomfortable. So straight arm, I prefer there. But we're going again, starting on whichever arm you prefer. One foot in front of the other is perfectly fine. Go. Arm up, pushing towards the ceiling. Arm on the floor, push into the floor as well. Hold nice and stable as you can. Relax there. Time to change on to the other side. Again, one foot in front of the other, perfectly fine there. Go. And imagining we've got a lasso around the hips and it's pulling me up to the ceiling. Nice and stable. Relax there. I'm going to throw in some ideas to make it more challenging if you want to. You can challenge your balance. So one foot in front, top of the other. And this, rather than having one foot behind the other, body on top, this just makes it a little bit more unstable. So you have to work your balance a bit harder. Relax there. Try and make sure your body's in a straight line as well, like you're between two bits of glass. So once you're in between two bits of glass or two walls that are quite narrow together, you should be able to fit in a nice straight line in between them. Alright, halfway through this one. I'm going to give you one last variation on how to make this a bit more challenging. I'm just going to take your top leg and raise it up. So if you want to keep it there, keep the legs straight though. Try not to let your toes twist out and twist it in. Hold this position, so a Starfish Plank. You're going to feel that a bit more in the sides of your hips. Don't worry, pick the variation you feel best with. Pushing through the lower hand, reaching with the top hand. Fight for stability. Got one more to go on each side before we come into the hips collar. And another variation, I guess, worth going through. This and that down. So adding some abduction if you feel brave. Changing sides for the last one. Nice, slow and controlled. Don't worry about how many reps you do, just keep it slow and steady. Perfect. So that's the stability part done. Now we're going to come into some more high intensity moves. So I'm going to change my timer now for 30 seconds of work. And again, you don't have to worry about working consistently for 30 seconds. It's just a 30-second slot to do as many repetitions as you can. Rest time is going to be 15 seconds. We're going to go through this for 4 exercises, 3 times through. So the exercises are going to be on your back. Just going to go crunch up, touch your fingers between your leg, onto your leg, down. Tuck that knee in, touch fingers behind it, down leg, on each side, as many as you can at a time. And the next one we're going to do is going to be a feet up crunch. This one keeps you honest, keeps your lower back on the floor. Feet are up. Add a bit of flexibility to the challenge by keeping your legs straight, toes up, reach up, come down. Exhale, inhale. Trying to reach for your toes. The straighter you keep the legs, the more challenging it will be. Back to side planks because they are great. Like so, we're going to drop the hips, push them up. Drop the hips, push them up. On your right side, rest, and then on your left side. So, to get yourself set, we're going for toe touches or finger touches. Find it a bit too challenging, you can just keep both legs in, touch your hands, so doing that crunching movement again, or you can even touch one leg down, lift it one up, take it as you see fit. This is the most challenging, you pick your level and work with that. Relax there. Next one's a feet up crunch. So you can stay on the floor, wait for the timer to go, legs pointing up. 3, 1, go. Try and hold for a second, back down. Exhale to get more of a crunch, inhale and way down. Inhale, pause for a second if you want to, make it more challenging. And this you pulling the rib cage towards your hip bone. Relax there. Side plank hip drops next. Try and work to the end of the buzzer if you want to, or if you can, don't really push it. Don't stop when you hear the buzzer start. Keep going. So just try and keep working till the final buzzer, and you'll get the full workout time there. Unless you are really struggling, in which case take a rest. On to the other side, take a short rest, and we'll go through them again. Again, one foot in front of the other is great on this one. Yeah, one foot in front of the other can add a bit more stability, so you can really focus on dropping the hips and pushing them up, squeezing through the side of your body. Nice, slow, focused movements. Keep your body in a straight line. Relax there. So, give yourself a few seconds. Grab a drink if you need it. It's always a nice little habit to get into, I think. But we'll get set, ready to go. So if you need a bit longer rest, just hit pause. Otherwise, I'm going to get into this in a few seconds on the back to get set. So, 2, 1, go. Leg out, leg in, back, crunch, crunch. And if you find that too challenging, you can drop the leg or push the leg out not quite so far. You can drop the leg to the floor, or you can keep both legs in and crunch. I can demonstrate the easy variations as I go as a way to hide how I'm getting tired. Deceptive. So, no hiding on the feet up crunch. Go, crunch up, slow and lay down. Exhale, hold for a second to really challenge. Now make sure you're not just using momentum, which is not going to give you the same benefits as controlling your body. Inhale. Time. Onto your side planks. Say don't worry about one foot in front of the other. I prefer it because it makes you more balanced on this one. Because this side plank variation, we're worried less about balance, more on the sideways bending. You can do this one with with your forearm on the floor, but I really don't prefer it because you don't get quite so much range. But if it's difficult enough for you on the floor, go for it. Again, make it personal to you. Changing sides. 10 seconds to go. Only 5 seconds. Almost done. Go. Push the hips up, really push them up to the ceiling as much as you can. I really find if I focus on thinking about that rope, it helps me a lot more. So we have just got one more round to go. So take a few seconds, Again, grab a drink, wipe your face with a towel if you're getting sweaty. Especially at home, home workouts can be very warm because we don't have ventilation. Well, most of them. So, going to be going for the final round. So, go back, 2, 1, go. So try and do it the hard variation whole one this time, so you can see me suffer, because that's fun for you. Alright. So you push that other foot out to make it more challenging, and you pull your shoulders off the floor. Exhale. Alright, so we're going to come in, feet up crunch next. If you're fatiguing, you can bend the knees a bit more, but still reach as far towards the ceiling as you can. Exhale, down and slow. Pause, down and slow. Just try and keep tight as you can. Try and keep the legs as straight as you can as well. Nice, solid, controlled tempo. Relax there. Side planks to finish. Alright, so get that hand on the floor. Feet in position. 3. Up. Down. Ten seconds to go. Push those hips up. This may give you a bit of sore sides in the morning. It's a bit of a funky movement. Not one. Time. Not one we do too much, so this one can hit you down the sides something funny. So again, if that does happen, something to remember, Levi. So last one, and we're finished. Go. Controlled movement, steady pace. Last 10 seconds, keep it going. Work to the final buzzer. Time. Alright, so that's a nice full, thorough core workout for you. A lot of stability through all various parts of your body. Then a bit of kind of movement, dynamic work, get your heart rate up. Longer work to rest period to get a nice deep burn. So, hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you in future workouts. Have a good one.